This is a Pinguinati production.
Too bad people just say this isn't important. It's not important that reality is fluid. It's not important to you that physical matter, even in your own possession in your house, could be locked away in the safe, will transform, and not only instantaneously, which would be fucking phenomenal, but instantaneously yet retroactively all the way back through the fabric of time, changing every single copy or instance of said Mandela affected item. We know that this is happening. Everybody knows it was Haas avocados. Even all you people that deny the Mandela effect, all you so-called truthers out there that have mocked us and mocked me over the years, you motherfuckers know it was Haas avocado. You know it was mirror, mirror. I mean, it's starting to make it look like you're just a liar at my work, at the bar, because one of the customers of the bar, who I've never told any of this stuff about, happened to see me on a video that came to her way, recognized it was me in the video, and then came down to the restaurant. So I thought that was fucking really cool. Not random. It seems like there's certainly intelligence behind it. It's done in a timely fashion. But from what I've seen right now, this is the biggest, most phenomenal thing ever. Why is it happening? It's not random. I think something's trying to communicate with us. So no matter what your theories are on it, do you think it's God, the devil, computer simulation, whatever you think it is, well, whatever's behind it certainly seems to be sending us messages. Polaris, which was a fixed point in the sky, it's doing circles, just like the rest of them. Tight little circles inside of all the other circles. Talk about being from the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy. And I don't really even know what that means, but I'm not ready to dismiss that, because we think we have some other thing figured out. Do I think our location moved? No, I don't even think the Earth has moved at all. Could the orientation of the sky have been completely Mandela affected? Well, yeah. So many people in the Mandela effect community talk about, they remember when the Earth was located in the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy. And now it's Orion, and now it's Orion's spur. All right, if you look up where is Earth, they'll tell you. And again, I know that we don't really know if that's even a fact. I'm just talking about what the information was and what people remember versus what it allegedly has always been now. Got to keep that in mind. Okay? So when you go and look, it'll tell you that Earth is located in the Orion spur. Earth has always been located in the Orion spur, right? Many people swear Sagittarius arm. Now, even though that's one I'm not really into, but in reality, this is you.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Mandela effect denier. I'm a bit bitch boy to reality. I believe what they tell me. I don't need to go any further. Reality can't change. I'm a bitch boy to reality. I believe what they tell me. I don't need to go any further. Reality can't change. Many people in the Mandela Effect community think something's trying to communicate with us. So many people in the Mandela Effect community talk about it's new. And I'll ask them where South America is, show them that South America is like 1,500 fucking miles, if not more, over to the right now, towards Africa, to the east. It's not even lined up under the United States, basically at all. A tiny bit of the West Coast under the East Coast, a tiny bit. And because it's moved so far, Panama hits it on its side instead of its top, and the canal goes up and down instead of fucking left and right. I can clearly prove that it's not things being reissued. If it was just things being reissued, every single fucking product, logo change, Mandela Effect I talk about, movie line change, they would be debunked from here to all hell by people showing examples of the old versions that still exist. You know how many times that's happened? Big goose egg. Because we know when we talk about personal changes for the most part, there's almost never a way to prove them to other people. And it's a fucking retroactive reality shift. And I did this myself. I had 2 old Monopoly games in the house. One was like from the 50s, it looked like. No monocle. So if they've just reissued the games to run a psyop on us, how come no matter how far we go back, you can't pull out an old one where he still has the monocle? You can't pull out a Bible that says the Lion and the Lamb. You can't pull out a VHS recording of Mr. Rogers singing It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Ed McMahon going to win his doors for Publishers Clearinghouse with giant checks. How come you can't do any of that, but you tell us that that's what's happening and it's a simple trick? It's not a simple trick. You're simple-minded or you're deceiving. I don't expect everybody to because let's be honest, right? Your favorite topic, if it's not the Mandela Effect, it's obviously most likely not my favorite topic. I'm not going to drop everything I'm doing and be all in, right? So I don't expect you to just be all in on this. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to let you gaslight me and my friends and my community and tell us we don't know what the emblems look like on our own fucking automobiles, right? That's just fucking stupid. Not going to do it, okay? I know what the Volkswagen logo looked like on my car. I know what a fucking Ford emblem looked like. I know what a Kia emblem looked like. You don't have any of that? You just say that that's what's going on and that we don't do any research, but then people always say, well, why is it just things that don't matter? And people always say, well, why is it just things that don't matter? Now, are there bad Mandela effects pushed and things to muddy the water? Oh, indeed. And of course she remembered it the old way. And then another girl that was working, actually, that I already talked to about Chick-fil-A, because she brought it up to me. She said, what do you do besides this? I said, I have a podcast about the Mandela Effect. She said, I know Chick-fil-A didn't have a K. So she comes over, and she's like, what about Chick-fil-A? And the other girl's like, yeah, Chick-fil-A never had a K. And this whole fucking conversation broke out again. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a fucking big year, dude. This is going to be a huge year for the fucking Mandela Effect. It's inevitable, bro. Even with the deniers and the haters, right? We got everybody talking, bro. It's the most interesting thing ever. You could try and deny it to the grave, but you look fucking ridiculous. You're denying your own reality. You're denying your own senses, and it's rather pathetic. I don't know why you would want to do that, But yeah, it's really cool, man. And some of the people, it just keeps coming up at work. So I'm really comfortable. I already told you when I was still training, we were talking about this. And I talked about the Rona a little more careful with that around people. They all buy into it. And I'm constantly getting messages. Oh, I'm sick. I have the thing. You want to work for me? And I'm just like, I ain't working for that person. I'll pick up somebody else's shift. I'm not playing that fucking game, But yeah, everybody's talking about it. Most of the people that I'm around with at work think it's really interesting. Even the guy that I work with most nights that I work, he's the night manager. He sent me a video the other day during the day, or he actually showed me. He's like, I got to show you this new Mandela Effect thing. So we're like getting the bar set up for the night, and he pulls out his TikTok, and it was the Tostinos, which is now Totinos, you know? And I said, dude, that's not new, but I get it. I get why it's mind blowing. And like, you're going to see so many of them. So many of them. And I keep constantly bringing up Haas avocados because it's such a fucking slam dunk. That's interesting. I like when I ask people geography changes and they don't even know where the fucking continents are. But they call us the fools. Why do I have all this physical evidence? Because that's what reality was. The things that come. Pull out your own copy of Star Wars, and you'll see that C-3PO has a silver leg on it. That I call a universal change is in your Bible. Pull out an old map or globe, and you'll see the land masses are not where you remember. You know, because Cuba was definitely a small island to the southeast of Florida in my reality. And just about everybody asked will tell you the same thing. Now Cuba is so big. It's the size of Florida. And it's grown so far to the west. It's west of Florida as well as east. And it's blocking half of the fucking Gulf of Mexico. Because reality's fluid. Do you trust yourself? Or do you trust the presented reality? Mandela effect deniers trust the presented reality. But if you deny the changes after seeing all this evidence, and not only that, it's not just about seeing this evidence. I'll make the claim that I've always made. 8 out of 10 of them that say it's not real know it's real. And they know they're lying. Many of them because they're scared shitless. Many of them because even though they claim to believe in the supernatural, when it smacks them in the face, they're going to deny it at all costs. And that comes from many different forms of brainwashing. Francis Broomfield's painting titled J.S. Bach, 1685. It was like 400 years ago. I mean, John has gone and shown residue from 800 years ago on this type of shit. Here's some more evidence that doesn't exist that we just seem to have. A lithograph from Thomas S. Sinclair, 1845,